My name's Stephen Watts and I have been an allotment food grower in Sheffield for 7 years. In 2007 I started working with Grow Sheffield, which is an organisation that aims to develop the city into an urban food growing landscape. Sheffield has enormous potential as a space to grow food. We have about 80 allotment sites across the city. In the 7 years that I've been growing food, I've seen the allotments turn from ones which were completely abandoned and neglected and very little interest in growing, to now thriving communities. There's at least 2 or 3 dozen community food growing projects across the city, and the waiting lists have at least doubled in the last 5 years. So we do need more allotments, and that's going to be a really important thing, that councils are actually pressured into creating more allotment space, because there's very little access to allotments. Neep's End is a south-facing aspect. It's in a place where there's already a lot of cultural interest. There's music studios and there's art studios, and there's a community around the area that would be very interested in growing food in that area if it was made more accessible. I think having a food growing area that people from things like music studios could come and interact with, as well as people from residential areas could come and interact with, like a community orchard for example, would actually be a focal point for the area, and it would bring people together and it would make people value the area more. And there's no doubt that it could be a productive area and it could be made to look very, very beautiful, and the cost of turning it into a productive area relative to using it for more buildings would be very, very, very cheap.